7 cars are changing everything in 2026. Not slowly, not quietly, overnight. And if you're in the market for a new vehicle this year, missing this list could cost you tens of thousands of dollars in the wrong direction. These aren't just good cars. These are the ones engineers are calling generational leaps, the ones insurance companies are discounting, the ones that hold their value while everything else around them depreciates. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which car belongs in your driveway and which ones you should run from. Number 4 is going to surprise you, and number 1, nobody saw it coming. Let's get into it. I've spent the last 6 months analyzing crash data, reliability reports, owner feedback, and manufacturer specs. These 7 picks aren't based on ads or sponsorships. They're based on cold, hard evidence. And trust me, a few of these will completely change how you think about buying a car in 2026. Number 7, the 2026 Toyota Camry Hybrid. Nobody expected the Camry to steal the show in 2026. It's been the reliable, sensible choice for decades. The car your accountant drives, right? But Toyota just flipped the script entirely. The new Camry Hybrid doesn't just sip fuel, it absolutely crushes the competition on real-world efficiency. We're talking 52 miles per gallon in combined driving. Not EPA estimates padded in a lab. Real numbers from real roads confirmed by independent testers across the country. But here's what nobody's talking about. The structural redesign. Toyota rebuilt the Camry from the platform up using their new TNGA-K architecture. The result? A vehicle that earned a perfect 5-star NHTSA crash rating across every single category. Pedestrian detection, lane centering, automatic emergency braking, it's all standard. No packages, no upgrades, no extra cost. And the ownership numbers are staggering. 5-year cost of ownership for the Camry Hybrid sits at roughly $28,000 total. That includes fuel, insurance, maintenance, and depreciation. Compare that to the average new car on this list, and you're looking at savings of over $11,000. It may not be glamorous, but it is the smartest purchase most people will make in 2026. That's why it's on this list, and that's why dealerships are already seeing waiting lists stretch into late summer. Number 6, the 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 6 Long Range. Here's where things start getting interesting. Hyundai has quietly built what independent automotive engineers are calling the most aerodynamically efficient production sedan ever sold to the general public. The Ioniq 6's drag coefficient of 0.21 CD isn't just a number on a spec sheet. It's the reason this car gets 361 miles of range on a single charge without the massive battery pack that makes most EVs so heavy and expensive. But range isn't the headline. Charging speed is. The Ioniq 6 supports 800-volt ultra-fast charging. That means 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. You stop for a coffee, you grab a sandwich, you're back on the road. No range anxiety, no 2-hour waits, no compromises. And the residual value data coming out of 2025 ownership cycles is genuinely shocking. Ioniq 6 owners are retaining over 67% of their vehicle's value at the 3-year mark, outperforming every competitor in its class, including several that cost $20,000 more. Hyundai isn't just playing in Tesla's lane anymore, they're winning in it. Number 5, the 2026 Ford Maverick Hybrid. This one is personal for a lot of people, and here's why. The Maverick Hybrid starts under $25,000. That's not a typo. In a world where the average new vehicle transaction price just crossed $48,000, Ford is selling a capable, comfortable, fuel-efficient pickup truck for half that, and it averages 42 miles per gallon in the city. A pickup truck, getting hybrid car fuel economy. What Ford figured out that nobody else did is that most truck buyers don't actually need a massive vehicle. They need flexibility. They need a bed for weekend projects. They need space for the family during the week. The Maverick delivers all of that without the enormous price tag, the enormous insurance premium, or the enormous fuel bill that comes with full-size trucks. Mechanics are already calling it one of the most maintainable vehicles in decades. Accessible components, straightforward hybrid system, and a dealer network that stretches across every corner of the country. Consumer Reports just rated it the highest in owner satisfaction in the compact truck segment for the 2nd consecutive year. At this price point, with this reliability record, the Maverick Hybrid isn't just a great deal. It's arguably the best deal in the entire American automotive market right now. Number 4, the 2026 BMW 5 Series PHEV. And this one will surprise you. Yes, a BMW. And before you assume this is out of reach financially, stay with me because the numbers tell a completely different story than the badge suggests. The 2026 5 Series plug-in hybrid delivers 50 miles of pure electric range before the gas engine ever touches a drop of fuel. For most owners, that covers the entire daily commute, twice. The car essentially runs like an EV 5 days a week and a luxury touring sedan on weekends. And the total cost equation, once you factor in federal tax credits, state incentives, and dramatically reduced fuel costs, brings the real-world cost of ownership surprisingly close to a well-equipped Camry. But here's the part that genuinely stunned automotive analysts. The 5 Series PHEV just received a perfect reliability score from J.D. Power in its initial quality study, the first BMW to do so in 11 years. The electrical architecture has been completely rebuilt. The software is stable. The interior quality is exceptional. And the performance? 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds with the combined power output of the electric motor and the turbocharged four-cylinder working together. This is the rare car that genuinely does everything well. It performs, it saves money on fuel, it holds its value, and it's built to last. That combination is rarer than people realize, and in 2026, it's worth paying attention to. Number 3, the 2026 Kia EV9. If you have a family, stop what you're doing and pay close attention to this one. The Kia EV9 is a full-size 3-row electric SUV, 6 or 7 seats depending on configuration, over 300 miles of range, and a starting price that undercuts every comparable competitor by between $12,000 and $20,000. But the engineering story is even more impressive than the price. Kia engineered the EV9 with what they call vehicle-to-load capability, meaning the EV9 can power your home during an outage, run your camping equipment, or charge another electric vehicle directly from its battery. It's not just transportation, it's a mobile power station. Independent safety testing placed the EV9 at the absolute top of its class. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety awarded it their highest designation across every single test category, a result fewer than 10% of new vehicles achieve in any given year. And when you combine that safety record with Kia's industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, you're looking at a vehicle that's genuinely designed around the long haul. Owners who've crossed 18 months of real-world usage are reporting virtually zero unexpected maintenance costs. The EV9 isn't just one of the best vehicles of 2026. It's one of the most significant family vehicles introduced in the past decade. Number 2, the 2026 Subaru Outback Wilderness. Here's where this list takes a turn towards something different, and some of you are going to love this. The Outback Wilderness isn't trying to compete with luxury. It's competing with your sense of adventure. Subaru took an already legendary platform and pushed it further than anyone expected. The Wilderness trim raises ground clearance to 9.5 inches, adds a factory-tuned lift kit, and equips the vehicle with all-terrain tires from the factory floor. No aftermarket modifications, no dealer add-ons. Straight off the lot and into the wilderness, quite literally. But here's what separates the Outback Wilderness from every other adventure-marketed SUV on the market. The reliability data. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system has one of the longest proven track records of any drivetrain in the automotive industry. The Outback consistently appears at or near the top of long-term reliability studies, and the Wilderness trim, now in its 4th model year, has ironed out every early production quirk that existed in the first generation. Owners report going 70,000, 80,000, even 100,000 miles with nothing beyond routine maintenance. And the resale curve is exceptional. Outback models routinely retain value better than comparable trucks and SUVs that market themselves on toughness. If your life involves mountains, snow, unpaved roads, or all three, the Outback Wilderness is built specifically for you. Number 1, the 2026 Honda Prologue, and nobody saw this coming. This is the one that's going to generate debate, and that's fine, because the data is unambiguous. Honda entered the electric vehicle market quietly, too quietly for most people to notice. But the Prologue isn't just Honda's first real EV, it's the result of a partnership with General Motors that combined Honda's legendary engineering culture with GM's Ultium battery platform, the same foundation powering some of the most advanced EVs in the world right now. The result is a vehicle that charges fast, drives beautifully, and crucially, is backed by Honda's dealer network. Over 1,000 locations nationwide offering same-day service appointments, a trained technician base that already understands the platform, and a parts supply chain that's been stress-tested at scale. That last point matters more than most buyers realize. Owning an EV with a weak service network is one of the most quietly frustrating experiences in modern automotive ownership. Honda solved that problem before most people even asked the question. But the real story is the ownership cost projection. Over a 5-year period, accounting for federal incentives, Honda's competitive pricing, strong residual values, and low electricity versus gasoline operating costs, independent analysts are projecting the Prologue as the lowest total cost of ownership vehicle in its segment by a margin of over $6,000. Not the cheapest to buy, the cheapest to own. That distinction is everything. Honda didn't enter this race to make noise. They entered it to win. And in 2026, the evidence suggests they're doing exactly that. 7 vehicles. 7 genuinely compelling reasons to feel optimistic about what's available to car buyers in 2026. Whether you're prioritizing efficiency, adventure, family space, luxury, or pure value, this list has an answer for you. Here's my advice before you walk into any dealership. Know your total cost of ownership, not just the sticker price. Look at reliability data, not just reviews. And match the vehicle to your actual life, not the life you imagine in a TV commercial. If this breakdown helped you think differently about your next purchase, hit the like button right now. It helps more people find this before they make an expensive mistake. Subscribe if you want honest, research-backed automotive content that puts your wallet first. And drop a comment below. Which of these 7 is on your radar and why? I read every single one. See you in the next one.